And I usually eat my meat first and then my carrots, but I'm mixing it up. This is usually my morning meal at work. I had yogurt and bran buds for breakfast, which gives me the right amount of carbs and everything. And actually it's 6 meals a day that we have. I get like 24 grams of protein and 30 grams of carbs based on the formula. And so that's what you're trying to eat every time. I used to go through Panera on the way to work and grab a bagel and a Diet Coke. And sometimes I would do somewhat healthy. I'd have like a turkey and cheese sandwich or whatever. A couple days a week we'd go out for lunch and do some kind of fast food usually. I was 57, 5 years ago, about when Rayanne started. I would run. I lifted just a little bit, but it was pretty inconsistent. I did it all on my own. I get the urge to go for a run and I just go. I couldn't really schedule anything. I didn't plan anything. And it worked to the degree that working out by yourself and having no accountability works. I was starting to gain some weight and had slight blood pressure issues. I noticed then I was getting winded just going up and down steps a little bit. Nothing real horrible. I mean, I wasn't falling down, but I just noticed that there was kind of a deterioration in my health. So then that's when I started to kind of notice my, endurance was down a little bit. So I thought, I got to do something. So I decided to join. We were assigned a coach and we hit it off right away. And so I kind of even came along the coaches and tried to encourage people as well. And as you do that, then you start really getting into it and you start seeing the success that people are having and you're having. At the end, when I tested, my pants were getting looser and my push-ups went from 18 or 20 in a minute to 50 and sit-ups went from 25 to 50 in a minute. So everything was stronger, I had more endurance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Owning a franchise has a lot of benefits besides watching these lives be transformed. We've actually trained people, just like in martial arts, how to pass it forward so they can pay it forward. And what's interesting stat is we've never ever advertised for an instructor. They've all come through our program, grown up and wanted to help pay it forward.
Well, we're in the final phase.
Woohoo!
Long time. So I'm an accountant by trade, and so as I would sit there during orientations and during classes and I would watch what was going on and I was watching how the business was run. And I started looking at that and we started talking and saying, with Rayanne is energetic, outgoing, friendly, everybody loves her. I use the example that she can tell a big guy to, get your butt off of the mat, and he comes up smiling. And if I say that, he's going to punch me in the nose, So, I mean, she's got that. I've got the business side. And we started talking about maybe we should think about opening one of these.
From the day I started Farrell's, I loved it. And so I went through the 10-week program, became a fit member, instructor, and it just, after 2.5 years, was a really good fit. So
I suggest having a Farrell's franchise takes 2 main components: the ability to work hard and a deep passion for wanting to help other people.
Shortly after that, I lost my full-time job and started looking. We loved the St. Pete, Tampa area and ended up taking a position in Brandon. So as we were making this move, we're like, we still think we want to own one.
When we first moved here, we didn't know where the location we wanted to be, living and the gym-wise. Got really excited. We were going to postpone for a year to make sure, the area, because we weren't sure about, the locations and everything. And
we looked around and we looked at the Wesley Chapel, New Tampa area, and it's growing like crazy. We decided then that this was the area we were going to put our franchise fee down on.
it's been a long haul with the construction, but construction started in actually the 1st of January. Unfortunately, as we all know, COVID hit then in March. So things got a little slowed down. So we waited and fought through the COVID, and we're almost there. And I've been meeting with prospects, and what I like to do is I like to sit down with them, and I want them to tell me their story. I want to know about you. And so I usually am the one asking questions about you. You know, why did you get a hold of me? Just wanted to try something different. You weren't losing weight other places. You know, what's the number one thing that, you know, you're not getting in places? I remember this one time I coached this gentleman, and he was 400 pounds, and he walked through that gym and he's like, I don't know why I'm here, I can't do this. And I'm like, you can do it. You know, I'll be by your side 100%. And he did his first kickboxing, he got sick, he just, you know, he was so down on himself. And I saw him struggling one day, and I took him aside and I said, hey, you got your running shoes on? You know, can you get your shoes? And he's like, yeah. I go, let's go outside. Let's just take a walk. Let's take a breath, you know? And he's like, you know, that's the first time. It's just very emotional when they tell you that kind of story and you're there for him. And so he completed it. He lost 40 pounds, and it was amazing. I was ready before we even got down here to start a gym, but emotionally, I'm ready to get everybody started. Talking to prospects, you know, they're just ready. I know how they feel. You know, I know how I had to wait for my 10 weeks. I was just ready to go, ready to do it. And as a gym owner, obviously you see as I'm emotional about everything because I get excited, I want to help people. So I'm just so anxious to get going, and you know, we get delays and everything, and I just, you know, we are big believers in God, and we pray about it, and you know, things happen, there's reasons why things happen, so we just kind of sit back, let God do his job, and hope for the best. And we know that once we open, it's going to be amazing, and we want to help people transform their lives. I don't want people to sign up until a free trial, because I want you guys to know that what you are getting yourself into, first of all, because this is a lifestyle change. You know, you will transform your body, you will get in the habit of eating healthy every day, and the spouses may decide to come because they see it, they see the emotions, and they hear about it. So that's where we are right now, meeting people and getting to know their story.